Okay, let's start our look at the solos in Sweet Child of Mine by taking a look at this first and second solo. Now these are very similar solos and they kind of happen after the first chorus and after the second chorus. So we're going to go through it real quick and I'm just going to play for you the first solo, and here it is. Make sure we have it on the neck position pickup. And over this, by the way, this is going to be over the verse chord progression, so the rhythm guitarist will just play the verse parts. Okay, so here we go. All right, so that's the first solo. So what we're doing here, it just goes through, as basically it lasts for one time through the verse chords. We have 14 to 12 to 11 on the G string. Then we do the same thing again. Okay, so we have this so far. Then we have 14 to 12 over to 14 on the D string. Let me do that one more time. So we have this. And then we come back to the G string and play 14, 12. Then you're going to do a pre-bend at the 14th fret on the 12th string. So I'll bend it a whole step and then pick it and release it. And after you do the release, you pick the 12th fret again. So we got this. Then you're going to bend the 14th fret back up a whole step on the G string. Reach over and pick with your pinky here and grab the 15th fret on the B string. And just pick that, just normal. Then do a jump over with your third finger and do a pre-bend of a whole step on that 15th fret on the B string. Pick it and release, just like we did down here on the 14th fret on the G string. So we got this. So far we have and we're going to end the solo by reaching over to the 14th fret on the D string. And you're going to need to pull this one downward, because if you pull it up, you can kind of risk going off the fretboard. But it's a whole step bend on the D string at the 14th fret. And you just let that ring as it goes back into the verse section again. All right. Now the second solo is basically twice as long. It's basically twice through the verse chord progression. So let me play that for you. It's a little bit extended, but it's very similar. All right, so we have a little bit more to it on this second solo, but the very beginning of it here is the exact same as the first solo. all the way to there when we were getting ready to do the pre-bend on the 14th fret in the first solo. After we did the 12, went back to the G string and played 14, 12. Okay, here's where it starts deviating from the first solo. It does that 14, 12 again. Then you're going to flick down to the bridge position pickup on the guitar, and you're going to come back to the 11th fret and do a half step bend and release. And then pick the 12th fret on the D string, and then come back to that 11th fret on the G string and do a half step bend again and hold it. So we got this. Then reach up and grab that 15th fret again with your pinky here on the B string. And then go back to the 11th fret on the G string and do another half step bend and release. So we get this. Okay, now we go back up to the neck position pickup again and start the same phrase we kind of did before. So we did 14, 12, 11, and then 14 and 12 on the G string, and then we had this phrase. So we basically do a whole step bend at the 14th fret, and while you're holding that, put your pinky at the 15th fret on the B string and pick it twice. I'm sorry, pick it 3 times. And then pick the 13th fret on the B string. Then a whole step bend at the 15th fret on the B string. And when you did that bend, you pick it twice as it's bent and then release it back down. And then pick it again, 15, and slide down to 13. So we get this. Now we're down to the 12th fret on the B string. So a half step bend and release, and then play 12 on the G, then 12 on the D. So far we get this. Now we're going to do a half step bend and release at the 14th fret on the G string, and then pick 12, then a whole step bend at the 14th fret again. So look at this. Then reach over and grab that 15 with your pinky again on the B string. Then reach over and grab that 15 and do a whole step bend. So it's a pre-bend here, pick and release. That's on the B string. And we're going to end the solo by coming up to the 17th fret on the B string, whole step bend, and then grabbing the 17th fret on the high E string and picking it while you're doing the bend on the B string. So let me play through that second solo one more time very slowly so you can follow along. Okay, so out of that solo, we go back to the third chorus. All right, and that will lead us, and after the third chorus leads us to the third solo, which is really the main solo in the song, which is what we're going to take a look at next.